Hey guys, we are in the middle of a push, pause, and pivot kind of a day on on these triple Qs and on the NQ, the indices in general, and it's made for some really good opportunities. It's been also, when we have to sit on your hand for part of the day, but I think there's been some good shots at taking trades here that make a lot of sense. They're on the right direction in the terms of the trend. They're in the right direction. Move away from the session VWAP, like all the stuff's coming together, and that's always what makes for some good setups and some decent opportunities. So let me take a look at what's been going on and what I think is going to happen going into the closing bell, and maybe we can put together a strategy for the rest of the day. So here it is. This is the Q this morning. So here is the push that I was talking about, right? So you got this push higher, and then, of course, the pause. So the pause, I think all the indices are taking a break today and just sort of settling into a sideways channel. That pause gave us good trading opportunities over the course of the session. Lots of things happened that we like to see in terms of, is there room to capitalize, right? So is there room to catch a trade? The answer is yes, if things line up, if there's confluence, and no if they don't, especially when it's early in the session. So like early in the session back here, we were still waiting for confluence to set up. So this support and resistance line, if you were looking at that and you decided to take it right there, you had good reason to, because of the confluence between the support at 404.98 earlier and the overhead resistance that we had at that VWAP. But I think the better opportunities were to wait it out a little bit, let the market settle in, get a better sort of trend going on this session VWAP. The session VWAP is also anchored, remember, it's just anchored to the beginning of the session. So that's going to be for the entire day, whereas a regular volume weighted average price, if you don't anchor it, would not be making the jump in the morning that this one is. So somebody asked about that yesterday, why is the VWAP adjust the way that it does? Well, the VWAP adjusts like that because I've got it set to restart with every new trading session. You can use it as you want. I don't think there's a bad way to plot it. I'd love to plot them, both ways, I guess. But my bias is I just want to see it anchored to the beginning, and then, of course, anchored throughout the session to the different points that represent these different trend moves that we see. So you get a trending move over the course of 10 or 15 minutes, and you go and you lock in on that trend. Once that was all in place, right? Once we had the sort of the metrics of, here's a pause, and then right at our expectancy time, right at 1:30 about Eastern time. If you guys went to boot camp, or you went to the SuperVol Sunday, or you took the SuperVol online course, then you know about the trader time zone sort of thing that we look for, and right exactly on the money we had the pivot. So we had that move lower right where we thought it was coming, and it happened with the benefit of a bunch of stuff. So we had a 2SD infield fly. So if you're watching for those around the horn patterns, I know a lot of you guys are on around the horn fans, and you're looking for these patterns to set up over the course of the day. Infield fly up at the top of the range, and that was followed by some good price action. So if you took the infield fly and you were looking for this move right here, that's great, right? For about 80 cents per share, and let me just get rid of that. And then if you follow down and you look at what happened over the course of the rest of the session, we had this set up and give us what I called in around the horn this breaking ball pattern. So you've got this setup that gives you full indication. I've got this set to go into your members area. So if you guys are on the course, then you can just pop into the members area and take a look, and I give you a good explanation of how the breaking ball thing works. But when we had the breakdown from there, we again had the opportunity for a thrust move lower. And that move, realistically, what we were looking for was a move from the consolidation from about 402.05. And we were looking initially for a move down to 401.41. And you can see there that 401.62 level that's on the chart as well. That is there because that was sort of an interim place that we thought price might pause on the way down. It did. Didn't expect to see this whole move down here. There was a bunch of stuff that just said that I ought to be getting out of this trade here at this volume by price node, here at this support and resistance level. Everything came together the way that we were sort of expecting it to, and then it went ahead and it pushed further. So pushed further without us, that's okay. Going into the rest of the session, though, I think that we're going to continue to see opportunity, and I think that the opportunity is probably going to be on the downside. And you've got a measured move already in place from the morning move lower to the afternoon move lower, and then I think we're probably going to see another pivot and another reversal move down in. But I would prefer to see it from up here. If it happens from around the central pivot here, then we'll take a look at that as well. All right, and look for a move back down into here again. So that's it. That's my strategy for the rest of the session. And if you have questions, you can shoot me an email. I'll try to turn off I've got the guys on the Zoom thing, and if they text in there, then it winds up popping up in the video here too. So I'll try to shut down the Zoom room from now on before I do the video for you, but you get the picture. So it was a good morning, and I think it'll be a good afternoon. So let's just stay focused and try to find the patterns as they play out, and try to find those retracements into areas of confluence between the anchored VWAPs, the VWAP, the support and resistance levels, the volume by price levels, and then also look for those classic patterns, right? The things that sort of tell us what price might do based on supply and demand and the way that things are setting up. Okay, have a great trading day. I will see you tomorrow.